Okay, we are back. We got our part. Here it is. There is the part number, 422 46 353. Evaporator Thermistor. Okay, and just to reiterate that this Marvell ice machine had a diagnostic code of 3 blinks, 3 red blinks coming from the board, which let me show you where that is. It's up in there. You see all those wires, that's the board. There's a little red light that will blink and tell you what's wrong with the machine. But you have to call Marvell to get the code because there's no manuals. I don't have access to the manual, and we're factory service for them. So anyway, this is what we're going to do. We're going to remove the cutter grid and the reservoir to get that out of the way so we can get to the bolt, which is underneath the evaporator. And then you can see where this is the bin, one of the thermistors comes out. Oh, let's see, over here behind that heat exchanger. And we'll fish that through and hook it up. And like I said, I did all this stuff before, so I'm just reiterating what I did before. This is the thermistor for the evaporator, and we checked it for continuity that we have got a completely open circuit. So let's get going on this. Okay, so here's where we're going to start. I'm going to try using this stubby Phillips to get in there. This Phillips head screw, there's 4. So we're going to take these out. As soon as we get these out, we'll be able to show you how to remove this thing. It's pretty simple. There's 2 more over here. Be careful when you do this because there's a cutter grid right underneath here, and that's what slices the ice cubes. When that sheet comes off the evaporator there, it slides down, it sits on top of these stainless steel wires which are electrified, but it's low voltage. You could touch it and not get shocked, but if you drop a screwdriver on it, you might break it. Let me finish these up and then we'll get back to the next part. Okay, hold up the grid when you take out the last screw, and then you have to unplug it. Here's a plug cut right here. Okay, that's out. And then you can just lift the grid out, put it right there. Now, we've got a Phillips there and a Phillips there. We can drop this reservoir, I believe, and we can use a screw gun for that. So I got a little mini one here. Okay, that's one. Don't lose, you got a little spacers here. You can see it, if you can see it right there, there's a little spacer, see it? Yep, there it is. Put everything in here so I don't lose it. Put that back on so I know that screw goes on the reservoir. Let me take this one out by hand so I can hold the reservoir up. Okay, so the reservoir is loose. You don't have to take it out. You just have to drop it, let it hang down. Here is the connection right here for the thermistor. It's a screw that you unscrew right there. So let me do that. Okay, now we have a new problem here. So we got the reservoir down, but when I took the reservoir down to get the thermistor off the evaporator, the pump, I looked at the pump, and beside the fact that all the paint is peeling off it, let me show you something. You see that crack? crack right here. That's cracked, and the shaft is seized. It's seized, and so now we have to get a new pump. All right, this thing's been sitting around. The customer that I got this from said it never worked since she bought it and built the house 6 years ago, and I'm getting a feeling that maybe that's what caused the thermistor to pop out. I don't know. We could try maybe unseizing this pump. We'll see. I'll hook it up to power, but that's how you do it. You take there's two screws back here, one here and one here, that hold that pump in, and then it plugs in right in the middle, just like the ice maker. It's just a little plug in there, so you got to be careful. You don't push those plugs all the way into the wall. That would be not good. Okay, because all these things they're rubber bushings with like a sleeve inside it, so you can tighten it down. It keeps the vibration and noise down. But all right, so now let's see if we can get that thermistor off there. I mean, we know the thermistor is bad because there's no continuity. We got a reading at zilch. Let's get that piece off. Okay, one more thing. Up there on the evaporator, right there, you see that square? That's where the thermistor screws into. If you look at it, you can see how it works. But always check that, because over time, those sensors, I call it a sensor, but it's really just a mounting. It's welded onto the evaporator, and it cracks and falls apart, and sometimes it doesn't even touch the evaporator. I've seen that happen a lot on the older Sub-Zeros, the 506 ice machines. Anyway, check that. Make sure that that's attached. Here's your thermistor. So now we can pull it through the back wall and pull it out. Okay, here's the thermistor. I pulled it through from out up here. Just pulled it out, and here's the other end over here. So I'm just going to pull this out. There it is. This is the old one. That's going to go right in the round file. Okay, let's get the new one over there situated. Okay, here's the new one. I just snaked it over the top here, come out over here, because it's going to go in right here. Now, if you put a light on the inside, you'll be able to see the opening where you can get this through. I can see the light that I had in there. So let me see. I can work that through. Let me work on that. Okay. You can see it up there. Pushed it through. And it's going to get attached right there. So let's do that. Okay. That's on. Next. All right, so this little sealer here, this was on like that. This was on like that. It's like a putty. It's called Mortite. It helps seal any air leaks. I mean, if you don't know this machine, that's what it's for. You could also put some fiberglass insulation around there, or some foam if you have a spray foam or something. All right, that's it. So here's the cable. It's coming down here. It's going through here. A little cutout there that goes in like that, and then this goes into. Let me get a light. So you can see all those wires in there. This is the thermistor wire. It gets put into You can see this little red light here too. It goes over here. It goes right in here. There it goes. Okay, wait for it to snap in. And that's it. Okay. We're good. Let's make sure the wires are not rubbing up against anything. All right, I think we can close this video out for now, because that's how you install the thermistor. Because the next video will be on replacing the pump, which will be a continuation of this video. The same thing for the bin thermostat, which is right here. You can see the cable there. That you change that the same way. All right, that's it for now.